Hi there, thought I'd give you a quick first look at the Star Discs Armadillo. I'm a big fan of these slow, low glide approach discs, so I was interested to see what it would do. If you look at the top surface, it's got a very pronounced thumbtrack. It's very similar to the thumbtrack used in the Hyzer tank and the Anhyzer pig. The thumbtrack is a little bit steeper on the Armadillo, whereas I'm trying to get the light on that. On the Hyzer tank, it's about the same depth, but it's just not quite so steep. Exactly the same mold used to produce the pig and the Rhyno, which I didn't actually have here at the time. The underneath of the Armadillo is quite rounded. I suppose it's quite similar to a Polecat, but not as the Polecat's not as thick. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I was very interested to see it's got the same blunt nose as the Polecat, which causes it to slow down very quickly in the air. So I went out to the field and I decided to compare the Armadillo with some of my other common approach discs. So this quite seasoned soft tank by Hyzer, this very seasoned tank. These are both pretty flat, although a bit beaten up. This one's almost puddle top really. And then I threw in a Star Animal. I'm not currently bagging this. It's slightly domey. And I just threw in another putter that I thought people might know. This is a fairly well-seasoned medium soft or classic soft Warden. So we'll take them out to the field and see how they fly. So here we are, slightly stormy, warm day with the soft tank, a disc I've got pretty well dialed in for these shots, which I'm trying to throw pretty flat here. It's one of those discs that just goes a certain distance and then gets to ground. Here's the very seasoned one, which has a little bit more glide and turn to it. And this is what I hoped the Armadillo would fly like, and it sort of did. It's got a noticeably more glide, but it falls out of the sky quickly. It was a little bit high. I threw in the Star Animal as a comparison. It's got a little bit more speed, so it's hard to get it to stop. And I don't particularly like the feel of the beaded undersurface. I don't normally approach with a Warden, but the glide makes it effortless, but I guess a bit touchy too. Forgot to tell you about the plastic. I've got it in Alpha plastic and Bravo plastic. The Bravo plastic feels very similar, but it's just a little bit more flexible. Here's some Hyzer approach shots, something I use my soft tank for a lot. Stays on that line and just gets to the ground, hopefully where you want. Even the very seasoned one seems to stay on that same line. The Armadillo slowed down mid-flight, and so I think was just a little less predictable, but still perfectly acceptable. I didn't find the grip of the Armadillo quite as easy as some of my other discs, and I think it's because it's got that rounded edge to it. It just makes it a little less precise to throw, but that may just be me. You may love it. Tried to do some Anhyzer approaches here. I do use my tanks for this a lot because they tend to correct and drop out of the sky just where you want. These ones have still got a bit of fade in them. I think I got a similar flight from the Armadillo. Didn't quite fight back as much as expected for a disc with a fade of 1. Anyway, hope that's been useful. and you learn something about the lone Star Discs Armadillo. Bye-bye.